Welcome to the Voice of Oneness, your call to awaken. This show is your call to awaken to the truth of your being through the teachings of the Voice of Oneness, spoken by Amara. On this show, you will receive spiritual guidance and the teachings of oneness from the heart of spirit directly to your heart, along with the tools and techniques to apply these teachings to your day-to-day life. Tuning in each week, you will grow in a deeper, richer understanding of your true nature as teachings are offered about universal spiritual laws that govern our lives. You will learn the right use and application of these laws to achieve the richest life from the perspective of experiencing abundance in all areas of your life. Amara Bonet is a renowned psychic, spiritual teacher, coach, energy healer, mystic, and gifted visionary who taps into the higher realms to join with the vast collective of source energy. Now, your host of Voice of Oneness, Amara Bonet.
And welcome to episode 6 of the Voice of Oneness, your call to awaken. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening, as it shows that you are listening to your call to awaken, and I am in deep gratitude for that. So tonight on our show, our topic is Align with the Divine. And that's where I'm gonna want to begin as soon as we go through a brief breathing exercise. But before I do, I got to tend to some business here, and I want to discuss what I've got works on my new website that's in the hand of a very skilled, intuitive web designer, and she's making me a new site. Hello, Aspen. Welcome. First time watching. Glad to have you. Sending love to you tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Sending love to you as well, and to all who are listening. What I have coming on my site is going to be a community board, and I'm very excited about it. It's my vision, because as we know, there's many changes going on in the world. There's a lot going on where there's some very, very difficult times. And I set up a community board on my site for people to just jump on and be together in community. Because what we're going through right now, it's a call to come into more community. It's a call to work on and heal communication. And when we have a site of community where we're in a non-judgmental, very safe space, we can say what's on our mind, we can have a discussion, and it's for the purpose of being together and just sharing our skills or whatever we'd like to share. If we're a poet, we can share our poetry. If we just want to get on and talk and about things that are going on, we can do that. There's no selling of anything on it. There's no charge for joining. It's free to the public. It's just a community site to come on and experience the love of which we are together in community. So if you're interested in joining, send me your email, and I will send you an invitation to join the site once it's up and running. It should be up and running in about a week or two. So that's my business for today. And now we can get on to taking a nice deep breath together. So let's take a moment and just breathe in nice and deep. Hold that breath and then release. Take one more nice deep breath in. Hold the breath and release. Beautiful. Now that we've joined in resonance together, I want to begin by talking about aligning with the divine. And this is a question that comes up many times that people will ask me. How do I align more? We start by looking at what we are holding within our heart. When we want to connect more deeply, we want to align with the divine. What we're saying is we're coming into the right positioning within ourself. We're coming back to the center in the self. We're coming into balance so that we can align with that which we are, because we are the divine. It's not that the divine is something separate from us. Spirit's not something separate. The non-physical is not separate from that which we are. We are that as well. We just have to be housed in a physical body, a physical experience at the moment, but we are the divine essence. We began our origin, if we go back to the beginning, and origin meaning the beginning, we come forth from what we call the Godhead. We come forth from the Creator. And there's a thought the Creator wanted to experience itself. And the only way to do that is to bring forth individuated aspects of the consciousness of the Creator. So sparks of the Creator come out into the universe as souls, and now we are birthed as souls, and then we fast forward to the point, and we're in a body, in a physical reality, having an experience. We're in this reality to heal the rift that we have within our consciousness, and that rift is separation. We believe that we are separate from those around us and separate from that which created us. Now we can say, I understand what oneness is and interconnectedness of everything. And I understand that there is a creator, whatever we call it, if we want to call it God, infinite intelligence, nature. Once again, the name doesn't matter as long as we are connecting to the feeling of that which is. And we understand that we are part of it. So that's the important part, the important aspect. So we've come forth from the Creator to experience life in a physical world, and to realize that we are not separate from that which created us. We've spent a very, very long time in separateness, believing that we're separate, and we're not. We're actually all there as one. We were created from the same source. And that's why, as things are changing, we're experiencing the world, and everything that is not of the truth of the being is now going to crumble. That which are lies are going to be revealed. Truth may come forth. We start experiencing that more and more in our world. And it's important as we go through the times that we are headed into and already begun, that we cultivate within ourselves our own alignment with our divine nature, recognizing that we are divine. We are of the Creator. The Creator created us out of the stream of consciousness of which it is. We can call that allness, and our same aspect of consciousness. We are consciousness from the sea of consciousness at a point of what we call awareness. We're aware of an identity. We're aware in a physical body. We're aware that we have a name. We're aware that we have an essence. We're aware that we have a mind that has cognition. We're aware of whatever it is we're experiencing it in the moment. We're aware of the breath. Our consciousness from the one source. They all come from the source. So when we want to align with that which is divine, we are aligning with ourselves. We're taking our proper position. We're coming into balance. We're our focus and our intention, which is the most powerful aspect that we have, is our intention. When we set an intention, that directs the energy within the field of consciousness of which we are one with. And when we are setting an intention to align, now we're saying, okay, this is my focus. I'm the intention to align. I can sit in meditation. I can sit just quietly and close my eyes, but my intent is to align with the divine. So in doing that, then I allow that which is all around me to just take a back seat, to just dissolve into the space. And my focus is only on the alignment of which I am calling forth to the divine within me. We feel that in our heart center. So we feel that alignment there. So focus within my heart. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to align. I'm going to come into proper position with. I'm going to recall in my mind, my conscious mind, that I am one with that which is divine. I am part of this divine creation. I'm not from it. And then as I do that, I'm going to sit and I'm going to go further with that. And I'm going to say, those that are around me, my friends, my family, all that, those that are around me, fellows, co-workers, everyone that's involved in my life in any way, the people of this earth, we are all in this together. We are all part of the divine aspects of consciousness, and all the light, and we are all love. And I'm going to remind myself that there is no true separation between me and those around me. There's no separation between me and the world which I'm existing in, that which is around me. There's no separation between me and the tree that's outside my front door. Although it's a tree and I'm in the form of a human, we are still part of creation. And because we're still part of creation, created by the Creator, that gives us sameness. We are of the one whole of creation. We are consciousness. Consciousness is in every part and parcel of creation. Everything holds consciousness. Now, everything and everyone does not hold the same level of awareness. Our awareness that's the part of the equation that's our variable for each of us. It's individuated, depending on where we are within our consciousness, what our awareness is. Some of us are aware that we're divine beings of light. Some of us have had experiences of which we've experienced going beyond the physical world. And we've experienced communication as we're receiving this evening through the Voice of Oneness teachings being spoken by me today. But we've experienced maybe communication with other planetary beings. Many of us have had communication with what we'll call beings from other star systems or planets, like Pleiadians or the Arcturians or whatever it may be. All aspects of consciousness, just as we are, but holding a different awareness. So it's a greater sense of development in the field of awareness of one's true nature. So what's important for us at this time, as we are going through the changes that we're going through, and one of the reasons for setting up this very podcast, is to help each and every one of us realize that we are consciousness, that we are of the non-physical having a physical experience, and that we hold the power, that nothing or no one holds power over us. And we learn about the power that we hold when we realize that there's no separation. So for some people, this is easy and they can go, oh, I can flow with this, I can go with this. And there may be others of you that are listening that go, oh my goodness, this is blowing my mind. I can't wrap my head around this. It's no matter where we are within our understanding, our awareness, when we have an open heart and we say, okay, I'm going to take in what's for me right here, right now, and allow myself to have an experience. I'm not going to push it away. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. I'm not going to say it doesn't make sense. I'm just going to say, I'll just allow it to be. And when we allow it to be, now it has room. It has room to grow. And we're saying, okay, I'm open. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to go beyond what I believe is so that I can evolve into the newness of that which is here for me, just waiting for me to access it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we say lovely way to word it, very beautiful. Thank you. And I want to read here from the team. We wrote this a while back, but this is another way of saying the same thing that I did. So this may give some of you a clearer understanding. So it says, you are from a stream of divine consciousness, and as such, you are divine consciousness. Is this not so? You come forth from that Godhead. You've come forth from the stream of divine consciousness, from all that is. Another term that you may come across is from the nothingness or the allness to the form, to the manifest. So we are consciousness, we are energy. We are energy. And if we talk about on a quantum field, we talk about waves and particles. We are both the wave and the particle. And when we come into form, we take identity, where we're a wave that becomes the particle formation. So if we were to look at ourselves under specific capabilities of a microscope, we'll see that we're energy in motion, kind of spiraling. We're spiraling consciousness. And we take on this physical manifested form so that we can express in the world, we can grow, and we can community together and help each other along to heal that separation, the belief in separation from our race consciousness, so that we can heal, we can come back and return to the oneness and unity consciousness. We have the recognition that we are pure consciousness. That's where we originated. That's by the design. Design and origin. The origin meaning the beginning, referencing here the beginning into the field of creation. From nothingness, all were born. So from nothingness, from a field, a sea of consciousness. It's like the sea and bubbles come forth and arise with sparks of that consciousness. We are born into creation. We're now created. Created from the field of creation by the purest field of expression, love's divine presence. The infinite intelligence which creates all brought forth the nations of love as souls of this universe. We speak here of this universe as this universe is your point of current reference in order to access the understanding of this as the beginning. So we talk about multiple universes, the multiverse. There are multiple universes, but referencing the point we're at right here, right now in this universe. The sparks birthed from the Godhead, from the very center of allness, came forth the forms created to experience life, wondrous creations of beauty that are creators of divine love. Hello and welcome, Billy Joe Ellis. Thank you for joining us this evening. This power lies within the continuous flow of life as expressions of form to experience the movement of fields of energetic displacement. That's what I talked about, waves, and we go into this to the subatomic, we go into the quantum. We have waves and particles. So we have energetic displacement. We are energy. We are senses of energy. We relate in the field of energy. Sometimes we do better without speaking a word and just letting the energy speak for us. And we can actually understand each other very well and feel and communicate in that way. Words, we get into word language, that's when we have miscommunication. That's when we have complications, because the words themselves take on meanings known as connotations. They take on different meanings to us. What may mean one thing to me may not mean the same. We have a different point of reference. We have different experiences, so it becomes more complicated. So especially, at this time when we are having a breakdown energetically of different structures and organizations and different beliefs, universal beliefs that are what we believe to be is being shown that we were believing in something that wasn't true. So it's important for us to question, to ask questions, to question what we see, and to feel, to really tune into the feeling effect. We all come from the same source. We're all in it together. So it's for us to decide if we want to move into more of the unified experience, more into a unity consciousness, where I say, okay, well, we have borders and we have there's them and then there's me. There's, these people that we put in this group over here and these people that we put in this group over here and these people here, and say, okay, that hasn't worked for us. It's never worked and it never will work. And we get to the point where we're willing to open up and say, wait a minute, we're all of the same source. We're in this together. Then we can unify. But it's for us to choose. It's not forced upon us. It's for us to choose and say, okay, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to say, I open my heart and I allow myself to be shown from spirit that which is true. Because the world of which I'm existing in, I'm being shown that which is not true. It's crumbling and I don't know which way to look and what to believe. So in order to be prepared for the times that are coming, we want to make sure that we grow and align with the divinity within us. We are the sparks of creation. We are part of the consciousness. Therefore, we are that. And we want to say, okay, it's my time to claim that and to live life from that point of reference. So that point of reference, that's what I am, but we all hold different awareness of what that means. So it's for each of us, right where we find ourselves, with what we can understand and comprehend, that we decide whether or not we want to open up to experience more, whether we want to begin to question, whether we want to tune in to shows like this, read books, meditate, have experience that takes us beyond our limited perspective of our physical identity, so that we can grow and we can learn. I would love a reading, please, on Billy Joe Ellis. I hear you on that one, Billy Joe, but that is unfortunately is not the design of this podcast. It's not about giving readings. And I myself at this time do readings for spiritual advancement, soul readings. If you'd like, you can visit my website at annemara.com and you can go ahead and schedule with me. But on this site right here, I do not do readings. However, on this station, WLTKDB, if you look at the selection of podcasts, you will find that there are many sources that do readings, some really great readers, some really great shows. So I invite you to really look at the listing and see what's available. But here we're about teaching. Here we're about the Great Awakening. Here we're about opening up to understand the true nature of your being, your own divine essence, and how you can learn to manage your energy and live a life of which you can embrace peace and experience love and remove the fear that's prevalent in the life experience. Open up to the love. And that's what this purpose of this show is all about. That's the teachings of divine oneness. So we're talking about aligning with the divine tonight. We're talking about things that we can do to experience our own divine essence in a more effective way. And I'm just thinking about if when we step outside of our homes and say we're on our way to work or just to go out and about, run errands in the morning, and we step outside, if we step outside and we just stop for a moment and take a nice deep breath in and feel the air of which we're stepping into, and realize that the air is energy as well, and it's movement, and we are one with the air as well. And we take it into our bodies and we give thanks for receiving it. And we give thanks for being in a symbiotic relationship with the world that's around us. So we're setting the tone then. We're setting the tone. So we go out into the day, experiencing the air that's around us, looking up at the sky, the beautiful sky above, the trees, acknowledging all that's around us, animals, trees, plants, all part of our environment, all in a symbiotic relationship with us, all working together to experience life on the planet. So then it takes us out of ourself and our self-concern for our own experience and puts us now in the field of the energy of all that's around us. So it opens up the heart, opens us up to experience in a new and expansive way. So that's a way of which we're aligning. We're acknowledging the divine all around us. The divine in the animals around us, the divinity in the plant life, all is of the same creation. All is life being expressed. And when we do that, that raises our vibration, takes us out of a frequency of fear and puts us into the field of love. All of a sudden, we breathe more easily, more deeply. So, for this moment here right now, just experiencing that which is around me and realizing it's part of creation of which I am one with. Now it gives me a whole new sense. It takes me out of the things that are going on in the world that are vying for my attention and trying to keep my energy down, trying to keep me at a lower frequency, a lower vibration, trying to keep me in a state or sense of fear, of fretting. What's going to happen next? What do I do? All the busyness and somebody help me, that type of energy. This is, wait a minute here. I'm part of this beautiful creation. I'm here, right now. I have awareness, I have cognition, and I'm going to experience what's here. And it's going to help to ground me, and it's going to help for me to come into balance so that now I can go about my day, whatever I have to do, if I'm going to drive to work or whatever I'm doing. And if I'm driving to work and I'm driving down the highway, I'm not going to focus on who's driving too fast, who's trying to cut me off, who's trying to do this, who's trying to do that, how I'm feeling, traffic and whatever it is. I'm going to say, I am in the flow of creation here. And as I enter onto the highway, I'm entering onto this highway. There's plenty of room for me, and all those around me are highly skilled and courteous drivers. So I'm setting an intention in the field of energy. I'm lining it up. So that's my experience. I'm not just heading onto the highway, boom, and now I'm upset because somebody just cut me off, or I couldn't there wasn't a space for me to get in, so I was pushed off the side of the road. No, that's joining onto the highway without setting the intention. You're aware that you set the intention that there's a space and a place for you, and boom, there it is. It's there. That's realizing the power that you hold. That's stepping into the co-creative space and saying, I'm not a victim of anything here. I'm a participant, and I'm here to participate in this, and I'm here to participate in every step of the way of my day, whatever it is I'm doing. And when I go to work, I'm around those that are kind and considerate. And if I'm going into a meeting, everything's working out for my good today. We come together in a unified field. We come together to recognize, acknowledge, and allow each other to express our creativity in a field of which is cohesive. Now that's setting an intention. It's not saying I'm going in and I'm trying to make something happen. I'm trying to control anything. It's no, I'm joining with the energy. So I don't have that resistance in the field and things go exactly as you lay them out. That's being an aware co-creator. That's aligning with the divine energy of you. I hope that makes sense. Sherry, hi. Good evening. So there's so many ways online, but it all begins with understanding that you are divine. You can't change that. You are divine. You are divine consciousness. No one can take that from you. No one can add to it. Can't take it or anything from it or add to it. It simply is what it is. That's how you were created. That's what you are. You're not here to recreate yourself. You're here to reawaken to the true nature of your being. There's a big difference there. We don't have to study and create ourselves and make ourselves into anything for anyone. We don't have to do anything a certain way. We just have to be and experience the divinity of our nature. That's what living life is. It's experiencing ourselves as our true nature. Our true nature is love. So as we do that, we experience love. We experience love in action, expressed as our life. Love in action with those around us. And we are then emitting that into the field. We're all part of the field together. That's the oneness. And as we are emitting to the frequency of love in the field, now that's raising the vibratory rate of the field. Mean that everybody becomes love in an instant in that moment? No. It means that we're expressing it out into the field, and those in the field that are ready to receive and open, and those that are not quite ready yet have the opportunity to do so when they are ready, because it's there for them. We hold what we call a safe space. Okay. Yes, Aspen says, my pen is flying across my notepads. So much wisdom, so much knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the more that you dialogue with me here, the more that we can bring out. It's really coming together in a way of which you experience. You are part of this divine expression. You are that. So favorite words are, it is what it is. It is what it is, and it is what it is. And the beauty of it is that it is in this moment. It is in this moment. It is what it is right here, right now, and how I experience it. And if I don't like what I'm experiencing, guess what? I have the opportunity to bring about a change. I have an opportunity to move this energy. Greatest ways to move energy. If we are feeling frustrated, we're feeling angry, one beautiful way to move our energy is through sound. Through sound. Connect through sound. Put on music. The music that speaks to your heart. Whatever it may be. We all have different tastes. We all have different resonance with different vibratory rates. The frequency. So put on what resonates with your heart and move the body. Move the body, because when we're feeling out of sorts, when we're feeling angry, confused, frustrated, frightened, we recoil. We constrict the cells of our body. We're now in a more of a toxic state. So if we can bring ourselves out of that by using sound, now we can come out and we open and we move and we start experiencing the movement of the energy of that which we are. Remember, if we were to look at the quantum field of the expression of that which we are right here, right now, you're looking at a physical body, you're looking at what you believe is a solid. It's not a solid in truth. It's energy spiraling. It's consciousness. It's the spiraling and moving of energy. It's got to move to it. It's got to spiral to it. It spins. It spins. Everything in all of creation has a spin. And it has a spin, and it has a tone. We all have a signature tone. Everything in creation has a tone. And when we are able to move the body and create our own spin in the moment, we will naturally release the energy of which we're holding, and we'll start to feel better. We'll start to feel better. So know that that's a way that you can utilize to assist yourself when you're not feeling positive, when you're feeling frustrated, angry, frightened, whatever it may be. Just tune into music. Turn on your music, and then move the body. And it doesn't have to be for a long time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, and you will feel a lot better. You will feel a lot better. And so I hope that helps some of you out there. So aligning with that which we are, remembering that we are that divine essence. We are the divine. We are the beauty. We are the love of which we seek. We are everything that we seek, that we may be believing exists in the outside world. We are here now to learn that in order for it to be in the outside world, in our world experience, it must be released from inside of us. That's the only way. It can never be from the outside in. It will always be from the inside out because we're experiencing the world through our own consciousness. We're experiencing our own individual realities. And then we have a shared reality. So when we get into the shared reality, that's how we look out into the world view. We all see it differently. We all experience it differently. Some of us are frightened by what we see. Some of us understand that it's part and parcel of the growth and development of the species of humanity. Some of us feel that, oh, this is a lesson that we've got to live, whatever it is, and however we relate to it based on our individual consciousness, where we are within our awareness. So it holds meaning to us. And we experience from this great expanse at what we are in vibration with. So some of us will see things that will not. And it's because where we are in our vibratory, our frequency, that's what we draw to us in our experience. So that's a law, and it's called like energy attracts like energy. It's part of what's known as a universal law of the universe. It's what's included in what most people know as the law of attraction. It's a part of it, and how we attract and how we create. But understanding our nature, our true nature, we are creative beings. We are creator. You are creators. We're not creators with the same awareness as that which does, but we have a level of awareness and we create from there. We create through our own filters. We are creating all the time. We could not be creating. The world of which we experience, we are involved in the creation of it. So as we learn our own creative power, we learn about the true nature, now we're up leveling. Now we're creating with awareness. Now we're living an aligned life as opposed to living by what we can call default. We're just going about the day, just accepting whatever happens, not knowing that we have the ability to prepare before we enter into a meeting or before we go onto a highway or whatever it may be. We have the ability to create the setting, to prepare the space for us. Just like when we're going to invite people over to our house for dinner, we prepare the house, we prepare the meal so that when people arrive, they receive the meal of which we want them to have. Well, we forget about ourselves. How are we preparing ourselves for the experience we want to have? We're not here to just accept what comes our way. We're here to participate with the Creator. That which created us is experiencing life in and through us, as us. And when we come into understanding that we hold the power as co-creators to create, then we start to learn about the true power of intention. We start to learn a bit more about how to truly manifest. And when I say manifest, I'm not just talking about somebody wants a fancy home or a car or more money or whatever it is, but manifesting the life that's the expression of the love of which we are. And that's a much higher manifestation. That's a more advanced, spiritually advanced manifestation. So we are at the point in our experience on the earth of awakening to our own true nature, And the light that is shining down on the planet from the masters that have come before us, from the Creator, assisting us all at this time to move in a powerful way, to become aware, to awaken, to unify. And as we do this, we enter the Great Awakening. We shift the energy into a unified field of consciousness. Then we enter into love. No more fear, but love. We have a way to go. We are in the throes of it now. We're in the throes of it now. I hope that makes sense. So if you have a question, go ahead and type it into the comments and we'll go ahead and address that. But I believe now it is time for us to hear from the station sponsors. So stay with me. We'll be back and we'll answer more questions, or I'll just keep on discussing aligning with the divine. Thank you.
The Body Code is a revolutionary method of energetic healing developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson, which allows us to quickly and easily identify specific imbalances that seem to underline chronic ill health, acute and chronic pain, and discomfort, dysfunction, and stress. Ellie energetically connects with the subconscious of the client. Psychic medium Ellie Weisensell is a medical intuitive and energy healer, and a certified body code practitioner. She identifies and clears energetic imbalances within the body and energy field. Contact Ellie at the website below, and Ellie can work remotely from a distance, by phone, online, video chat. There's no need to travel to an office. Remember, the Body Code is safe for humans and animals. Contact Ellie today.
Hello and welcome back. Okay, let me check on here, make sure that I didn't see anyone pose a new question. So if there's anything of any spiritual question that you're holding, please go ahead and dialogue with us as well, share, and we'll all grow. All right, so I have one question here. I would like to ask, what is the most relevant and important thing that I need to hear, do, be, allow to have the greatest shift into being all that I can be, do, or have? What is the essence of resistance? Ooh, loaded question. Okay, so the answer here written out, because I had written this out. It says, you have requested answers to questions that you have detailed. We wish to start by welcoming you to the process of self-discovery. We have heard your voice, and now we will share our voice too. If we speak directly to your heart, this would be the best. So allow these words to flow to you gently. There is no need to push, struggle to understand what is given here. Simply allow it to flow. Yourself up to allow yourself to be. You hold yourself behind a wall of fear of exposure. You seek to be free, but have not yet begun the process to set yourself free. The most relevant thing you need to do is to realize that there's nothing you need to do, say, or be to make yourself into that which you seek. To realize that you are already all you wish to be. Yes, it's true. The only thing needed here is for you to awaken to this realization. There is no set of rules to follow or steps to adhere to be free. The simple truth is that you are the one holding yourself in a state of bondage. The greater meaning that you understand at this time, but we say these words to your heart now to gently begin your process of awakening. What you need to do is uncover the meaning through the process of discovery. Instead of searching for the correct model to apply to yourself, Realize that you hold the keys to unlock the door that you hide behind. To do this requires you to go within yourself to reawaken to your true nature. This is, as we have said, a process to be taken one step at a time. Begin first by accepting the power that rests deep within yourself. No one can give it to you or take it from you. No one can give you the power or take it from you. Once again, we've got to listen to ourselves because we're always seeking for someone to assist us on this power. There is no one to judge you but you. So practice allowing yourself to uncover the real you. The essence of your resistance is the lack of belief that you hold the power to make changes. You see them, and you are able to create to an acceptable limit, but beyond that, you fear you are not able to go. There is so much more we could say to you, but this will serve you for now. Keep your heart open and press on forward in your seeking to uncover your true being. Open to love. We do hope these words rest within your heart and assist you in opening to the center, to release the fear and replace it with love. So sit and open the heart with intention. I intend to be open, open to have an experience. What this experience is going to be is going to reveal more to me about me. So I'm open to receive it. I'm allowing. I'm not going to step into judgment myself or anyone or anything else around me. I'm just simply going to allow myself to be. And being open is key. It's key to coming to greater understanding. It says that I'm open. I may have learned a lot, and I got to this point. I'm at a particular point where I'm questioning. So I'm open to receive an answer, which means I'm willing to let go what I think I know so that I can grow into even more than I am understanding in this moment. That's something for us to really ponder and to say, okay, if I want to grow and I want to take on more and I want to learn more, I want to learn more about that which I am. I want to learn more about connecting with God, with the Creator. I want to learn more about that. And then I say, okay, right here, right now, I must release what I think I know or what I believe it means. So I can open to have the experience of the revealing to me what is right here, right now. So I'm not blocking anything. I'm not expecting something to be a certain way. And when it doesn't come that way, I get disappointed. And that happens many times. And I've taught meditation for many, 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 many years. And people will come in and we'll have a group meditation, and then afterwards people will want to share something they may have experienced, and they'll share this wonderful, beautiful experience, and they'll share maybe perhaps visions that they may have received or some wonderful awareness that they came to during the meditation. And there'll inevitably be someone sitting there, as part of this group, and they'll feel badly because they didn't have that. And they'll go, oh, I didn't have an experience like that. I felt just peaceful. And I didn't get a vision. I didn't get any impressions. I didn't have any feeling, just other than quiet and peace and calm. And say, that's beautiful. That's right what your soul needed in the moment. That is perfect for you. Don't seek to have the experience that somebody else is sharing they had, because that's meant for them in the moment. That's something that they are asking for, therefore they received it. So know that when what we are experiencing is exactly what we need in the moment. This universe of which we are part of is precise. There is zero excess, zero waste in this universe, although the media would have you believe otherwise. But in our sea of consciousness, of which we are all swimming, there is zero waste. Everything holds purpose. Everything holds purpose. And we are part of the everything. We hold purpose. And what we receive in every moment, in every breath of our daily rounds here in the incarnation that we find ourselves within is exactly what we need in the moment. Because if we truly needed something else, we would be experiencing something else. Because we are here with the Creator. The presence is inside of us and inside of all of creation, all knowing, all powerful, all present, always. So therefore, we are creating with that presence, we are experiencing life as it is the design to be experienced in the moment. And when we open up and we go deeper into this, because these are words, once again, these are words. So feel this in your heart. Feel what that feels like. That, oh my gosh, what I'm experiencing right here, right now is right for me. Well, maybe it doesn't feel so good. How could it be I'd be experiencing something that doesn't feel good? Say, because you need to. You need to, so that you say, wait a minute, there's got to be something more. And we truly say, okay, enough, I let go of whatever it is I'm holding so that I can experience something more. And now we have an opportunity for a new awareness. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So know that we are here, and as long as our feet are on the planet, we are serving a purpose. We are part of creation, here together to experience life as individuated aspects of consciousness, to experience the love of which we are, to work within ourselves as we go within to align with the divine, and to say, okay, what is it within me here and now? And that's important for me to come to a deeper understanding of. What is it? It's going to be different for everyone. And when we ask the question, what is seeking to arise? What is it that would benefit me here the most? Not what I think I want and what I'm going to try to manifest because I want something bigger and better in the outer world. But what is it that's going to benefit me and all of those around me to our highest order? And then, boom, we start to experience, we start to enter into a dance with that which is seeking to emerge. And we then can have revelations about healing that which we're holding on to from the past hurts, past wounds, beliefs that we're not even aware that we were holding suddenly come to the surface. We have a memory. It comes to this. When I say come to the surface, I mean all of a sudden, perhaps a picture in your mind, a memory of something that happened from your past, and they go, "Oh my God, I haven't thought about that in years. I thought about that person in years." Boom, they just popped up in my memory. Well, they popped up in the memory because that's part of the question that you ask: what is seeking to emerge? What is calling to be healed in this moment? So we say, okay, that memory is coming up. What's within that memory? What did I feel or experience at that time? And it leads us deeper into the recognition of what's seeking to be healed. And then we go about releasing that. We go about healing that. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And that's what's just coming to me to share. Okay. All right. I'm going to read one more here, and it's called I Took a Leap of Faith. And the response below was written as received. The guidance given here is for the empowerment of you. So let's go into the empowerment of ourselves here. A definitive career choice or prediction is not part of the team's work. That's not what we do. But instead, you are provided with guidance from the Voice of Oneness team to assist you on the path home to oneness. So the question is, lately I feel rather directionless in life, and I don't know how to remedy this feeling. Months ago, I took a step towards a career I thought would fulfill and satisfy me, but I feel just as empty as I did before taking the leap. How do I know if I am on the right path and should I continue to take it, or if I need to pursue something different? I have all sorts of uncertainty. I feel that there are so many options. How do I know what's right and what is meant for me on this journey? Any guidance? And the answer is our work here is upliftment, the revealing of one's truth, as it is always within and around you. There are always signs to follow. Guidance is always given, even though it may appear in forms not believed to be the way guidance comes. The nuances and subtle cues occurring in your daily living include guidance. That which is many times taken for granted to hold another meaning is simply guidance, misread or not realized. So now we have a period of uncertainty believed to be the cause, but not no direction which is right for one to follow. Which supposed path has my name on it? Is this truly such a path for anyone? Is it this that is causing the uncertainty? Is it the inability to see clearly the path laid out before you? Is it your questioning of what is true for you? You seek to do the right action and believe in that right action is all that is for you to experience, which will help you to feel good, secure, happy, fulfilled, and free from searching within your heart space. What you are feeling is a void within that you are attempting to fill. This void is calling to you, and it contains the unfoldment of the truth of you, who it is you indeed are, and why it is that you are here. Although this is a commonly held belief, it is not true that you have to find the specific position, that there's one place for you, one direction, one career for you to make you feel good about you. This is not true. In fact, there exists no career, person, place, or thing that can ever fill this void. So, what to do? This is your time to explore possibilities and to learn what is the right fit for now without judging the experience as good or bad, but as an experience to aid you in the unfoldment of your true identity. Learning about you. We wish to start by addressing your feeling of being directionless and the want for a remedy. This, you say, has led you to the feeling of uncertainty and confusion. The steps you say you've taken toward a career you felt would fulfill you have led you to further questioning and a sense of lacking the ability to satisfy you and the ability to make a correct decision. This is, in fact, something to look at. You've taken action and you've received responses to your actions. You say you feel just as empty as before taking the leap towards what you believed would provide the fill for the void. This response is showing you something essential to you to experience. This something has to do with your power as a divine co-creator of all your life experiences. What this means for you is that when you took your leap, you believed you were to land in a position that would provide you with a purpose, your direction, what you believe is right way for you to travel. This leap is part of your process of understanding who you truly are. The experiences provided you with a measure for determining what feels good and what does not. What parts of the action excite you and what parts bring you down. When you look at feelings you are having, you can see what areas need attention. This is a dialogue you are having with the universe. You have stepped forward into action for the purpose of guidance. This choice includes giving your power to a belief that there exists the right direction. And I just did air quotes on that. The right direction. There's a right direction, which means that there has to be a wrong direction. So if there's a right direction, there's a wrong direction. And if so, the other directions are wrong. When this is the case, why this is not the case at all. You see, all your life experiences are based on choice points, and all lead to the next choice, a continuation, the next choice. So you've made a choice to travel in a direction. Then you are to allow yourself to be guided by the experiences you have as you are presented the next opportunity to make a choice. This meaning has questioning arisen from the wrong choice? Or is it the dialogue letting you know that you're holding on too tightly to the need to be right? So is it my need to be right and I'm not feeling the way I expect myself to feel that equates with what I understand to be a right feeling? Or is it a choice that I made in a direction that isn't aligning with me? I don't have resonance with this. And I've got to say, this choice is not in my best interest. Let me re-choose. Let me make a new choice. This is okay to make a new choice, because what have I learned through this choice? This choosing has helped me to come to an awareness of what I feel good about and what doesn't feel so good. Maybe it's a type of job. Maybe I don't really resonate with this field or this aspect of the field, this particular functions within this field. Maybe I'd be better suited for some other task. Let me go and express and experience that. There truly exists no right or wrong direction, as it's just a way to experience and lead you to the next choice. Knowing this leads to the understanding that your life is an unfoldment of experiences, all leading to the truth of your being. The careers chosen are the roles you play. The co-workers are actors in your play, working with you to assist you in your process of unfoldment or remembrance of your true being. This being said, leads you back to the question of, how do I know what the right path is for me? To answer this question, we guide you to pay attention to your feelings. You see, your soul is always guiding you. And if you were to make a choice of which the outcome would not benefit your soul, you would find yourself unable to continue on the path. I'm going to read that one more time. You see, your soul is always guiding you. That goes for everyone. Your soul is always guiding you. Always. We may not be aware of it, but it is taking place. We are always being guided. And if you make a choice of which the outcome of the choice would not benefit you, your soul growth, you would find yourself unable to continue on that path, which means you would be redirected. It would become so uncomfortable for you to continue in that position that you'd find yourself looking for another job very quickly, because it would become so uncomfortable, because your soul is guiding you, prompting you. This is not right. This is not the right direction for you. Okay? So know that. So if you're not having that experience, then it's letting you know that what you are experiencing is necessary for your growth. Take a look. Self-reflect. Say, what's here? What am I experiencing? What is this telling me about me? Does that make sense? I remember when I was in university, when I was going to school, and there was an individual who was going through the teaching program with me. And we got to the point where we were to do our student teaching. So which means we went through all the major part of the academics already, and we were soon to be graduating. So we were in our student teaching experience, and this person naturally believed that teaching was for them. It was in their heart. It's what they wanted to do. They were so excited. They couldn't wait to start student teaching. They got into the student teaching aspect, and they tried working with different teachers in the student teaching, not just one, but they tried more than one. And they found that they absolutely were not comfortable in the classroom setting. It was not for them. So then they had to pivot. They had to say, not for me. I've come very far along in this, but I'm going to be honest with myself and say that this is not for me to continue further. So there are other parts of this that I can move into. I can definitely look to see what else I can do besides classroom instruction. And they did, and they were very happy. So that's an example of, okay, well, he made choices and went to school and loved the schooling and was excited about, going into the student teaching, into the classroom, believing it was the right choice, only to realize that, no, this is not a fit. This is not a fit. So listening and self-reflecting and then saying, okay, now all I need to do is just make a different choice. Make a different choice. And how grateful I am that I came to this realization so early on that I can now pivot into something else. And what a wonderful thing it is, as opposed to feeling really badly myself, going, how could I be so foolish to make this choice? Why didn't I know? Why didn't I receive guidance? How did I go this long? I invested all this time, all this money, everything else, la da 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 da, and here I am, and it's not working out. I didn't take that experience. They said, no. I've gotten to this point. I've got a lot of skills that have been developed, a lot of knowledge. Now I'm just going to pivot. And they went in a different direction. So that's managing our energy. That's aligning with the divine within. And that's saying, okay, I'm available. I'm available to listen to the guidance in the form of feeling. The guidance in the form of letting me know, this doesn't feel good, and then listening in feeling into that and going, no, the soul is directing me out of here because the outcome of this wouldn't be beneficial to me. But I had to experience it. I wasn't denied the experience because I believed so much within my heart that it was the right direction. But it was the right direction in that I learned a lot about myself by doing it. And then I also learned that I have the capacity to pivot, that I'm not stuck in something or a place that I don't want to be. And I also showed those that were on the team with me that the pivot is always an option and we're never stuck. So everybody benefited. What a beautiful thing. And this is available to each and every one of us in all that we do. We are never stuck, never, ever, ever stuck unless we choose to remain right where we are. And there's always the next moment. There's always the choice point. If we don't like the experience, let us begin choosing differently. Let us change how we are seeing something. Say, energy is just not moving for me. It's just not moving. It doesn't feel good. It's not moving. I don't know what to do. I don't know which direction. I'll tell you what you can do. You can open up and say, okay, I open my heart for guidance. I've reached the point. I can't go any further with this. It's just not moving. Help me, assist me. I'm connecting to the part of me, myself, my soul that is always with me, guiding me, because we are of the same consciousness. We are of the same sea of consciousness. When we use the power of our thought and we use our power of intention, we intend to experience the solution to this issue. And I do that by opening up to the divine guidance, because that's my right. Divine guidance is here for each and every one of us. And we're talking to that aspect of ourself, our soul, our higher self, that which holds the capacity to guide us. And we receive that guidance when we open to it and we believe that it's our right to receive it. Therefore, it is. So I hope that makes sense. If any of you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, you can send your questions to amora@amorabonet.com. And I will read your questions on the next broadcast, next Thursday night. Or if you'd like, you can request that I send it to you directly. and not have it on the broadcast, that works just as well too. So either way, please don't hesitate to send your questions to me. All right. I hope this has been beneficial to you. This has been the expression of love from the heart of spirit to your heart. I give my blessing to all and my thanks for joining us here. Join us again next week here at the same time on WLTK-DB Radio. And we will have another Voice of Oneness, Call to Awaken teachings. Thank you and good night.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTKDB.com.